Welcome back. Decisive Campaigns, Barbarossa. Turn 12. Turn 12. Said goodnight to the girlfriend, and now I am back. Alright. I'm not going to occupy this space, although it's kind of tempting because I give up my entrenchment here. But I will go after these guys. And, no, it wasn't great. Can I beat them both? Okay. So that was not interesting. I mean, they were tanks. So it was not as good as it looked. But, you know what? I am going to move up. You guys are southeast, yep. Let's see, this will be infantry on infantry. 600 to 1400, not fantastic, but not bad. Oh, we got another couple of divisions here. That's nice. So I am going to leave these guys up here because I have a sneaking suspicion the Soviets are going to appear out of nowhere and really kick our ass. Hey, have you guys seen the I Fixed It Tom Clancy videos that he did with DCS? They're amazing. The Red Storm Rising videos. I found those recently, and the one for Dance of the Vampires is particularly excellent, and I shared it with friends a week or two ago when I was visiting over there, and they were suitably impressed. Of course, they read the books when they were growing up as well. But yeah, they're really, really good. Okay. I think before I consider getting these guys out of there, I want to know how far I can get 18th Army. I might as well just keep them on the road. Yeah, or I don't want to overload hexes. Somebody mentioned that, and I agree. That's pretty good, I think. So it's going to be another turn, maybe two, before we get there. And I don't like this. They're not cutting off a road or anything, but they could get around behind us, and that's kind of a pain. Yeah, this guy's out. I'm going to bring him back there. Oh, boy. Okay. Well, I have to have some infantry around here. Yeah. Alright, you guys figure out where the enemy is. And wow. Okay. They haven't abandoned Luga, have they? Yeah, let's get some. Ah. Yeah. Not too much of a garrison up there. I can still attack. Okay. I think I'll leave that guy there. Huh? Might as well have him attack a headquarters and kill some officers. Nice. Hey, that was good. And oh, we can do it again. Now I can't go over there. Nice. Okay, so I got a free kill of a headquarters, and they're still in. Yeah. Yeah, that gets us a little closer. It's tempting to attack this. It's also tempting to attack this, and I'm really not sure. 97 versus 27. I mean, if we can take the city... Okay, we did a lot of moitering. Let's get the tots in there. We'll put him on 50%. They no longer need to be on 100. And can we attack you? We can. Hello. Saddled up to you on the dance floor and did a... Wow. We did a lot of damage. Okay. And we can do it again, too. I'll stay there. I will attack again because it's going to be 60 versus 15 or something like that. Yeah, 70 versus 13. Look at that. I mean, this has been a gift. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Might as well go over there. So we can just abandon this and move up that way. Okay. Boy, we are really at the limit here. I don't know. I guess... Oh... I'll retreat a little. Okay, I can get out of here. How far north can we go? One more hex. Okay. And... yeah. It's not what I want. But I can't leave this area uncovered, otherwise they'll come over here and really disrupt things. Alright, let's see. I don't think anybody's got the capability. We'll see, to attack. We could go after this. We've got 2 divisions. We are going to get hurt. Oh, no. Interesting. It was worth it. Go up there. And you just can't do anything else, huh? Yeah. I'm going to move there because then it's more flexible. I could go over here or here. I think I can attack this. Yep. Yeah, we'll do it again, too. Nice. Alright, there's no point in me going up there, although it would be interesting. But he could get cut off if this guy was... Mind you, I think I was kind of hoping I would see what was happening at Narva. But I don't. I don't get to see. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. I gotta get these guys out of here, but we should start seeing 18th Army get over there next term. And of course, now I'm eager to record a 3rd turn. that could be my fatality. Okay, we did keep this. And I'm going to start moving people out of these situations. Got lots of fuel, so we don't have to worry. I would like to beef that up, though, and I think I will do that. And two, yep. Okay. And same with you. Let's put you up there for the moment. Start hopping our guys up here. Is there anyone left to attack with? Yeah, it's not. It's not that good. All right, I'm happy with this. I'm happy with this. This is a little weak. I'll probably spread them a little bit thinner. I can recover a hex or two. But yeah, we're definitely stuck here for the moment. Okay, let me have you do something useful. Beef up at least that area. Everybody's still in command range. 1. It's not enough. It is not enough. Yeah, can I get you to... Nope. No, you may not. Okay. So the question is how to use our 163 Panzer divisions to get what we want. These would be good for exploiting, but at the moment, let's see. Turn off these guys and see what we got. Okay. There is no 4th border. Yeah, no, they're actually helping. Okay, I'm going to go with that. It's a little over, and we did take heavy casualties, but we knocked them back, and that's what we want. Okay. Now, this is the weakest. So let's see what we can do with that. 264. Yeah. How much we got here? 92. What kind of strength can we put at it? And it is down to 200, so we'll get over here and let's really wail on them. Yep, that was worth it. So, because if we can get around behind these guys, I think I can take these guys out. Let's see. Do I need this anymore? I kind of want to keep it. Let's get our headquarters up there. Yeah, I keep saying get somebody there, but I can't quite get around behind it and attack, which is what I really would like to do. What about you? No, so nobody can get there. That's not too bad. We didn't take enormous casualties. This is a toughie. Okay, they're fairly weak units. 132. We can double that. Okay. And what are we doing here? 201 versus 283. Yeah, these guys are just blockers. They're not especially helping. Boy, that guy got beat up, huh? Oh, you. No. Can't get anyone to face south. These are 50%. Okay, this is the weak unit from outside. Yeah, nobody can cross the river and attack. That's a toughie. Well, we gotta do it. I don't like mixing too many forces. Oh, wow. Yep, you can attack. This is not actually the most helpful thing in the world. And you're still... No, you're not attacking. Interesting. Is anyone from this cell attacking? No. Okay, so let's get Das Reich there. And that'll change things for us right away. Yep. So now we're 2-1. 30,000 for 1,000. I'll take that. Okay. Yeah, I don't even want them there. I want them up north, you know. Okay. So. Good stuff. Alright, let's get our motorized guy there. We should be able to get him pretty good. Okay. And what do we got in Smolensk? 249. It's not a huge amount. And here we've got 136. So yeah, that was way too tempting. Okay. I'm going to put you here. And I'm going to go for broke here. And try and surround Smolensk. Okay. So good news. They weren't ready for us. Can you attack? No. You can attack. You cannot attack. All right. Wow, it's actually helpful. Let's see if I can get somebody else to join in. That's right, can't really do anything. They already fought. And this tank division, we'll just beef up that then. Okay. Okay. Not enough. And we just looked at these guys. Yeah, they're out too. They're on, yeah, I'll leave them on 25 so they can get out of there if they have to. Wow. Okay. So the question is, do we have enough strength to attack Smolensk? Let's see. We get a much better bonus if we attack with our headquarters, which I think is crazy. 248, 249, no. Okay, so it's absolutely not something we can do right now. They'll probably try and whack me here. So I'm gonna 75% these guys. It's almost worth, you know, I think I will. Backing off this side again, oh. Well, that's kind of a problem. Just to make sure I'm covered. That's not great, but that surrounded on 3 sides thing is never good. I'd much rather be the one doing that. Okay, and I'll put these guys on 75%. Alright, let's shuffle. I think one more there would be good. Okay, I think we're protected sufficiently up the line here. We're in a pretty good position, much better than last turn, to attack Smolensk next turn. Wow, I gotta either beef that up or get that out of there. So that's just a walk-in target. Okay, yeah. These guys are gonna get frickin' pulverized. You know it. We are we are weak here. You know, if nothing happens, we'll be okay. But I think they'll probably pound on these guys. In fact, I might set them at 25%. I think to leave, because why get them destroyed for? There is a nice tactical advantage there, but we don't need it. Man. It's very scary. Oh, goodness. What are you doing? Why are you on? No, wait. Okay, you are on the right side. Yes? You're 4th Panzer. Yeah, jeez. Same color as Panzer II, right? Had me worried. I thought that was a division. 2nd Panzer. I'm like, what are you doing up there? But no. Okay, we got a bit of a Finnish offensive going. They've got some troops back here that we just saw. So this is about as far forward as I might want to go. In fact, I might even want to back off a little bit. Hoping to free these guys up to come over here next turn as I'm moving 18th Army east. I'm pretty happy with this. Alright, let's see if we can eliminate this. We don't outnumber them by much, but we do surround them. So we got them. It's 48,000 and change. So that's good. And can begin next turn kind of poking around and extending the line this way to the southeast a little bit. He can't go anywhere useful. I don't want him down here. So they backed off here. There is a chance of getting something here in the next turn. So we have a supply problem here. It's very minor. I'm just going to go for it rather than trying to do the long way around thing. Okay. And ta-da. Okay, they're pretty beefed up. They move these guys out quite a bit. I think I might just beat on them while I can, rather than try and do anything else, because I used all my energy to do that and take this city. So to try and get around behind them, I don't know. This is a pretty weak set of units, but yeah. Okay, let's do that. We do outnumber them. It was a little expensive, but as I'm told, apparently we want to take infantry casualties, no problem. And now, look at that. 1st Panzer's really quite a bit behind the lines. This is a fairly strong stack. It's nothing special. Wow. A lot of beat up units in there. This might be the strongest, yeah, 300, 400s here. So I'm going to maintain what I've got. I'm not going to try and do anything fancy here. I think we've done enough. I'm not sure what I want to do with 3rd Romanian. We've got a supply problem here, huh? I don't know why. But attack here, yeah, just the light infantry. Nah. So do I want to go up here? Do I want to go up here? Do I want to stay where I am? Do I want to come down here? This is the tricky part with that. Okay, so we're totally going to beef that up. These guys are stay here or die. And this was a real problem right here. I think what I'm going to do is beef up the Romanians here and do a little shuffling. Yeah, I wish I could get a guy. Oh, I can. Good. Down to there. We'll put him back on 50. This guy's on 50. Yeah. Okay. Let's get everyone back up to 50 on the retreat. Okay, and we're stronger now. We are beefed up. These are tank divisions. I don't really need unnecessary casualties. I'll let them sit there and beef themselves up for a bit. Let's see, which ones are 11th Army? Well, we have a definite problem here. Okay, so that advises me as to where I need these just go here. Well, maybe here. This is where the enemy is. It is really tempting to go have a look. Yeah. Okay. What is the maximum I can expand out to here? Okay. And this fourth mountain is like here. Okay, so there are my pickets. Nobody wants anything to do with this. This is a great forward supply base city at some point when we get across the river. And we can come down here with the rail. Once you got this, you're going to get Rostov, right? So I'm pretty happy with how we're doing in Army Group South. We just, as a matter of fact, I'm going to put these guys on 75 because... Is there only one unit there? Ooh. Well, I don't know if I like that. And that is a 2-to-1. Huh. Yeah, we can attack, but it's not much of an advantage. Huh. I don't know. I think that's as good as I've got until I get the army, or the panzer group back on the forward supply base. This is a toughie. How are you guys doing? Still great entrenchment. Sure, they're being supplied by sea. Okay, I don't think there's much else I can do. Yeah. I was kind of hoping I could kick out another unit this way. Because they could split us off with this little unit here, and then I'd surround them and destroy them next turn, but fairly beefed up. I'll go through and do a little unit management here. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, if you get attacked, I do want you to back off. These guys, as I said, I'm leaving there. So we did get a good encirclement here. And I'm fairly happy with how people are set up along here. I don't like having to give that up, but it's probably for the best. Assuming these guys don't get cut off. You know, I kind of have to beef them up. These guys can retreat, these guys cannot. Can I get you to get over there? No. You can only go back. Okay. And these guys have no more movement, as we saw. Yeah. Once 18th Army gets over here, it'll clean that up. Okay. Let's look at decisions. Führer Conference. Lavish praise. And turned out pretty good. Von Lieb thinks I'm a suck-up. Alright. Abrasive Chief of Staff. Okay, Von Lieb is very unhappy with this guy. I think he's talking about Goering here. How about you send him out? But I am not allowed to do that. Braukic will. Darn it. Ah. Oh. We're having such a handicap here. Division commendation. Yep, we're going to do it. And that's a von Rundstedt thing. Okay, forward supply base, Army Group North. We could move it to Pskov. But like I said last turn, we've still got all this to figure out. And I don't want the supply chain to have to go all the way back. I think it's just better to have it straight, like a Y shape. But as evidenced by all these low numbers here, we want to get that there soon. So sometime in the next few turns, it can stay where it is. Rail conversion. Yeah, I want to keep going up this side, not up here. Army Group South. Yes, Proskurow. Do it, do it, do it. That's going to bring it way far forward to the east, to the front line, which is great. Let's take a look at our relationships. I think I need to go and talk to von Lieb in the north. So I'll have Brokich do it. And it wasn't that damaging. Probably should have gone on the field visit last turn. But now we're strong, and so next turn, assuming nothing terrible happens in the intermediate part of the end of the turn here, we should see good results. We should get a bonus for Army Group North there. Okay. (11:12 p.m.) Jason needs to go to sleep. Okay, so we'll just do 2 turns. The retreat to Kiev begins. And out of the swamp. What are they going to do to protect Smolensk? Not much. It's actually an accessible city. If they just keep 2 in there, I can get at it. They did put units here, but I can beat on them. They figured this out, and they're trying to get around me. In Army Group South. Looks like a retreat to Tallinn. Mariga. Ooh, this is bad. Yeah. I can get it back, but that is a problem. And not a shock here. We need to get more 11th Army up there. It's not helping that I've got 6 divisions outside of Odessa tied up. Every time I see that picture of him, I think of the video where he's eating the watermelon. Okay, you could pause and read that if you want to. Let me save. Lucky number 13. Alright, I want to show you guys something. This is a cinema video camera that I got last fall. And I got a big 7-inch monitor for the back of it because it's only got a little 2-inch flippy screen here. I want to see what I'm doing. So I'm using this to make some new art projects, and just figuring out more and more about it. It was an $8,000 unit when it came out, and I got it for far less than that because it's 10 years old now, but more. But it's still great for what it is, and I'm enjoying the hell out of it. It's got a lot more settings than you could possibly imagine. Okay, so still not much up here. We have discovered there is quite a beefing up here. I'm okay with that. We'll move this guy down there. Need to spread out a little more here. And we can, yeah, this is my worry, is they would come in here, but we can get over there now with the 18th Army units. Gosh, I really want to keep playing, but it's not smart. It's for me too. But we'll cut those guys off and take care of them. Don't you worry. pretty soon. There's not much in the way of defense here unless they're in these cities stockpiled up. And we've got one more hex here of discovery, right? So I can knock this guy out and have a look at Narva, or just go over into the swamp there. And yeah, we can move these to pick it out here a little bit while we're waiting for 18th Army. So this is a nuisance. It is not disrupting our supply line, but it could. One more turn, and if they get over there and there, I think this is fine though here, and we'll get a guy there. We'll get somebody up there. All right, they can go into the city, and then the turn after that, we'll really start getting the 18th Army in there and dominating this area. So we'll probably pick off these two divisions. The thing is, I don't want them. There's not much damage they can do. They could take this city back temporarily, and I'm not concerned about it. They're very weak here. Look at this. So I don't think we're in much danger here. You know, I'm more concerned about all this, but we will. I'd say the odds are we're going to take Smolensk next turn. They got pretty good entrenchment, but there's not many of them. 103, right? They have definitely built up for a counterattack, but I could just attack and then bring all these guys in and consolidate in there and protect that hex, right? And then break out through here. Maybe we'll try something, but then I need to beef up along this line. 4th Army can only go to there. So, and they did get through in here, which is a surprise given the, we'll look at that battle report, given that the headquarters is right there. Deliberately, I put it there, you know. We'll be able to attack it on 3 sides. Probably punch it back. Okay. General retreat from this area towards Kyiv. There is a battle line here. They are trying to do the sort of the race to the sea thing here and creep around the edge here, but I don't think it's going to be a problem. I can always move 2nd Mountain back there and stop that, because I have no need for this, although Cherkasy would be nice. I have to actually move north a little bit to be able to get it. Here they still have not beefed this up. I don't know why they haven't figured out that this is a really important tactical area to break in. They should be trying to drive me back out. Our forward supply base is back, and like I told you, our trains are fine, our trucks are fine. We've got fuel, 25,000 barrels of fuel, right? We're in good shape. So all you doubters we're saying, you know, oh, you're really behind. Well, yeah, it's because I waited to get this, and I believe that is important. Okay, we've got some decisions coming. Truck refit, Army Group South, you know I'm going to do that. Okay, daily log. Yeah. So they're rolling now to advance. That's good. The Finns are. We didn't get a bonus yet with Von Lieb. Maybe it has to be a little higher. We're getting tactical air support. That's good. Truck columns. Okay, from forward supply base to PGHQ. So that is telling me I do have to move it to Pskov. And now's probably a good time to do it. We've got a couple of days of returns of fuel left in there, right? Most of the fighting is going to be going on up here. I'm not going to be doing too much. I might try and get around and cut off Narva from this side, from the east. And but I'm not going to do too much over here. There's not much of a garrison there. I might take that. We'll see. We'll see. There's a fair amount of strength over here relative to the area, right? If we could get behind that and cut that off. Try and avoid the whole Rojev meat grinder situation. But right now I've got clear problem All right, we're going to get Smolensk. Can we keep it? And can we expand beyond that? That is really the question. There's got so much strength beefed up along here. And again, I'll take that back. But it is annoying. And they've come around here a little bit too. So maybe I can begin to move 6th Army a little bit forward. You don't want to get into this swamp. It's absolutely terrible. But move this guy here. And get a little more defense going down here. And let the 6th Army start coming around this side. And discovering what's here, if anything. And helping, maybe pull some strength away from here. This is really interesting, though, this empty area in between the units. There's some stuff back here. So, again, you've taken it. Can you keep it? Maybe not. I don't know. We still didn't get our siege cannons, you'll notice. All right, Army Group Center. So I have to get a stronger relationship with Von Lieb then. Oh, limited ammunition shortages. Okay, I don't see anything about truck columns for Army Group North, so that's interesting. And our supply chain is pretty close, so that's weird. And we had a huge surplus of trucks, remember? So I don't know why that's happening. And we've got a great stockpile. So, very odd. And the airfield's at Orsha. Okay, in the south, Proskurow's up and running. Yay! Very important. Partisan activities, attack the trains. Yeah. Our damn siege artillery. Okay. I mean, it's brutal. I don't even know how I can recover, because I didn't follow my normal strategy, right? Which is to get along with those two guys and then use brokerage and field visits to recover my relationship with my subordinate commanders. You gotta try something, different. Yeah. The Romanian army got a new unit. And we got a couple other new units here. So, a lot of political points. 10 army HQs and 137 divisions destroyed. And logistical, that'll come back to 5 pretty soon. So, aide de camp, nothing crazy there. Loss assessment, I got people murdered again. We'll see what the ratio is. And gosh, we are doing better than they are by a factor of 4 and a bit, but still not pleasant. Okay, battle reports. Nothing from the Soviets in the north. In the center we'll have something. How they broke the line at Mogilev here. 6 divisions attacked 2 divisions and pushed us back. Orderly retreat though. And this we defended south of Orsha. Okay, interesting. I didn't see that one. Army Group South. 6 divisions attacked 2, the Romanian division. Oh no, it is 11th. Okay. And pushed us back. That's okay. I'm okay with that. Logistics, we're doing good. Here we got just a ton. And we've got a ton of truck columns, like I said, all of a sudden. So we've got good surpluses of trains. right? We're not using them all up for fuel. The truck columns, let's have a look. So a lot are in maintenance, particularly in Army Group South, half of them in both these cases. We haven't lost much, so that's good. And so we lose a lot. Yeah, we start getting thin here, but we're okay. This is a long distance here in Army Group North, so we are piling on the mileage. Okay, but as I said, everything has come back to a state where we can actually push fuel to the front, and that's great. That's what I want. So that solves that problem. Okay, let's have a look at casualties. We did take out 150,000 of them in exchange for our 19,000. So pretty good trade. Let's see if we have no. That's not a chart. Fuel's very nice. And yeah, I've got to do something about Gurkha. I just don't know. We had a lot of points last turn. I think for headquarters and cities. Trains, yeah, we've got partisan trouble in the south, but at least they're running. Truck columns are actually respectable right now. We have an option to repair next turn, right? So we'll do some maintenance. Liftoff is fine. Yeah, partisan we know went up. And these two useless charts don't tell us very much. What do we say? Meteorologically unlikely for rain. Good. All right. I did an interview on the what's it called? Disruptive Leadership podcast, hosted by Jay Jackson. And it is an interview I've wanted to do for years. I literally had the Google Doc with the outline of it out years ago. And it's all about operational excellence and running things in business. So if you're interested in those kind of topics, go check that out. Like I said, it's one of the most important interviews I've ever done, where I got to talk about OpEx stuff and really cover a lot of areas, books, topics, ideas, right, company culture, tactical stuff, and improvement projects. So, and even business models. We looked at business models. There's one book called Blitz Scaling, which is a Reid Hoffman book, that one of the founders of LinkedIn. And I read it, and I read all the reviews, and I realized, hey, these are like drive-by vacation seers. They're business owners, but they're not ever going to live in that country. It's a fantasy realm, and it's fun to read about, but they're not going to actually work in it. And you have to take that into account. So I'll link that down there. And yeah, I'm going to get out of here. It's midweek, so I'm going to go do that. Take a visit to Virginia. I'll probably be back Tuesday, I'm going to guess, next week. So that should give time for these 2 episodes to come up. I seem to get good results releasing them every 3 or 4 days. Otherwise, if I put them too close together, we just don't get the viewership, right? So the numbers seem to look better. And then the titles matter, too, which is absolutely brutal. Why should the titles matter? But they do. And a better title gets more viewership. It's the strangest thing. So likes, comments, shares, don't forget to do that. Always appreciated, and they do help. And if you know somebody who would like this content, please share it with them. It's it's a challenge making wargaming stuff, and I'm not here to make money with it. All right, I will see you soon. Thanks for watching.